Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's morning routine. Every day has to start with a cup of coffee, whether it is with Jonathan or like today, he did go off to work early, but he always makes sure to leave my mug with creamer and a coffee brewed. He brews coffee every single morning and I absolutely love it. I look forward to it every morning. But without fail, my little man's spidey senses just like went off. He will wake up the minute I am up. There's no alone time in the morning for me, so that's okay. I went in and I went ahead and I changed his diaper. Of course, I did not film that, but once he is changed, I went ahead and brought him out so I can nurse him and have my cup of coffee in peace and quiet for the most part before we head on into the kitchen to make breakfast.
Hey Pepper, give us a shake in the newborn grass. You're sure to find a snake. Don't let the serpent change your pace.
We are currently in the process of weaning. It has been an amazing 16 months of breastfeeding exclusively, but we are trying to wean. And one of the biggest things that has helped us, of course, is introducing solids. So he does have breakfast, a lunch, and dinner, and of course some snacks in between. So for breakfast, he usually always helps me make his breakfast ever since we have been able to use this little toddler tower. I will have it linked down below in the description box, but I love this. This is my favorite part of the day. I think it gives us an opportunity to really just interact with each other. I'm able to teach him skills. He's able to learn so many skills, and every single day I'm even more surprised with how much he picks up and how eager he is to learn. So today we are just making him some eggs, something really quick, and he loves cracking the egg. I think it's so fun to watch him so excited to do it. And then of course I am being very careful with the stove. I am being very intentional about teaching him not to touch the stove while still allowing him to help me in ways that he can help me. But you guys will see that I use my hand to block his a lot of times because again I am completely aware that the stove can be dangerous, but I have him far enough away from it and I'm constantly keeping an eye on him. But nonetheless, I'm gonna go ahead and serve his eggs, and then I'm gonna go ahead and offer him some fruit. Again, I try to keep him involved as most as I can, so I am allowing him to choose the fruit that he wants to eat. So he chose these like fruit cups. I believe they're peaches. I know they're not the best, but he loves these, and he loves raspberries and strawberries right now, but he went for these today. Went ahead and I served these for him, and then I'm gonna quickly make myself my breakfast, which was just leftover picadillo. I made it into a burrito, and we're gonna sit down and have breakfast together.
Pepper, give us a shake in the newborn grass. You're sure to find a snake. Don't let the serpent change your pace.
Looking back at these clips, I thought it was so funny how he could not wait to start on his breakfast. But another thing we have really tried to teach him, and he has picked up so beautifully, is to give grace before any meal. So he doesn't know necessarily how to do the sign of the cross, but he does do the amen, and he kisses his fingers, which I think is so cute and just such a big testament at how important it is to teach them because they learn by example. So my husband and I will always give grace, and he has picked that up. So he will take his little fingers to his mouth and basically like say amen, which I think is adorable. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and have our meal. Another thing we have done that has been a very helpful, especially in this toddler stage, is teaching him sign language ever since he was a baby. So he is signing water right now, for example, and it's just so helpful because at this stage where he can't fully communicate with us, he can use a lot of signs for like everyday things that he needs, and it makes it so easy to understand what he wants. But anyways, we are gonna go ahead and just finish off breakfast before starting to get ready for the day.
Have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow.
And sometimes I wonder if our 3 dogs have learned the sign for all done, or if they just recognize like the pattern of actions, because right about now is when they all come running towards the high chair to get a hold of anything he might have dropped, which most of the time he eats stuff that is okay for them if they get a hold of it, so I don't freak out. But I just think it's so funny because right when I bring him down, they're always like at our feet, which again, I just feel like they have learned our routine. But now I'm gonna go ahead and head into the bathroom, and I'm gonna go ahead and brush his teeth and brush my teeth and just start getting ready for the day. If I don't do it now, I will not do it at all in the day. And I don't always get ready for the day, but I have noticed that it truly does make me feel better to get ready in the day. Even if it's a 10-minute like makeup, it truly does impact how I feel. So I have really tried making it a point to get ready a minimum of 3 times during Monday through Friday, and I really do enjoy it. So we're just gonna go ahead and brush our teeth. I do brush his teeth initially, and once I feel like I have cleaned all of them, he has 4 molars, 4 teeth at the top and 3 at the bottom. But once I feel like I've cleaned them, I go ahead and let him wash his teeth for however long he wants to. But now I'm moving on to doing my makeup, like I said. And something else I have done for myself recently is I've always been a drugstore makeup girl, and I'm pretty much stuck to all of my products for probably the last 7 years. But recently I did decide to invest in a few new products to just give myself a new routine. I also really have nailed down my 10-minute makeup routine. So I will show you guys all the products that I use, and I will have them linked down below in the description box. But I truly love the little routine I've come up with. I think it makes my skin look really nice, and again, it just gives me that little boost of confidence for the rest of the day.
Anything that's new. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. I just wanna see your shadow next to mine.
I don't know why, but I believe I lost a clip of me straightening my hair, but I did go ahead and do that before I started on my makeup. And I'm not sure if you guys noticed, but I actually did dye my hair back to my natural hair color. Although I love my balayage and my blonde hair, I experienced really bad postpartum hair loss, and while I do think it is getting better, I just felt like the bleach might not be the bestest idea, and I just decided to go back to dark, and I've really been enjoying it. But yeah, I do miss my blonde sometimes. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off my makeup before moving on to the next part of our routine. I am gonna go ahead and quickly make his bed. I do try to do this at least once a day, but when he naps, we do just destroy it again. But anyways, I do like to get into the routine. Again, I'm hoping that by setting this example, eventually it'll be something he can quickly do. But he is in a toddler bed now. He has been in a toddler bed since January, and he has done great. We have loved it. He has loved it, and we have had absolutely no issue. He gets up and down on it safely. And yeah, it's been a really good transition for him, thankfully, and so far we've had no issues. But right now he was kind of having a moment. I think he was starting to get really tired, and I needed to get him changed and I needed to get myself changed, but I knew that his nap time was approaching, so I'm just trying to calm him down and just get him to regulate those emotions he was feeling before I start changing him, because changing a crying baby, a crying, screaming baby is not ideal, and it's not a great way to go about it. So just trying to calm him down real quick before I get to changing him. And he is nice and changed, and while I know at this point he is ready for a nap, I'm really trying to extend this wake window, because we just came back from Mexico and we were there for a whole week visiting Jonathan's family, and his nap and sleep schedule was all over the place. So coming back, I'm trying to get him back to his normal routine, which is one nap from 12 to about 2:30, and then bedtime at about like 8:30, 9 p.m. And it's been hard. So he is so ready for a nap right now, but it was only like 11:30. So I was trying really hard to extend the wake window. Like I said, I knew he really wanted to nurse. He kept signing for milk. So what I've been doing is I have been offering him some oat milk, since he has a dairy allergy, and he doesn't always drink it. Sometimes he will, sometimes he doesn't. Just depends how hungry he is. But I did go ahead and just serve him some oat milk, and then I'm bringing him into his playroom, because this is actually where my closet is and I quickly need to change. So I just sat him down with his milk and his toys so he's distracted and I can go ahead and quickly change. And by now he was just not in a good mood and he was ready for a nap. It was close to 12 o'clock, so I went ahead, brought him into his room, let him pick out a book, and he loves reading, which I'm so thankful for, because it's such a good distraction, especially for days like today when I want to keep him awake. So we picked out a book and we're just reading it before I start nursing him and getting him ready for his nap. I am really grateful that he is a great napper, so it doesn't take a long time to get him to fall asleep and lay him down. But tell me why this is the longest step of the entire routine, and it is closing the door to his room. I don't know why it's such a scary feeling closing it, but once it's closed, I just put this little puppy down here so no light enters and he's able to just peacefully rest. And here he is, he's just sleeping away. And like I said, usually his naps are 2 to 2.5, sometimes even 3 hours long, which gives me plenty of time. But since we are getting back into this routine, his naps have been broken. So he's been taking like hour and a half naps, and then I have to go back in, pat him down a little, get him back to sleep, and so on. It's been work, but we are trying to get back to those 2.5 hour long naps, because let me tell you guys, it is life-changing to be at this point in his age. I just love it. It gives me so much time to just get the house picked up, do laundry, pick up toys, or simply just sit on the couch and watch TV. So it has truly been life-changing and I do really enjoy it. So today I am getting just the house picked up. I'm gonna do some laundry right after. For those of you who said having a dishwasher would change my life, you guys were right. Jonathan did get this hooked up a few weeks ago, and let me tell you guys, it truly has made a difference. I have loved it so much. It has helped our routine so much. But anyways, I'm just gonna get it unloaded and then I'm gonna start loading dishes. The awesome thing is, since we're a pretty small family, we usually just run it once in a day, and I'll just load it up during the day and then just run it right after dinner. And put it away the next morning. So it's been truly so nice. But yeah, that is it for our morning routine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I did ask you guys over on Instagram what type of videos you guys wanted to watch, and this was a suggestion. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down below in the comments what other videos you guys are interested in. I am still going to share decorating videos and decor videos, but I don't want that to be the only thing I share on my channel, especially in this stage of life I'm in. So let me know down below in the comments what you guys want to see. And yes, until next time, I hope you guys consider giving this video a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.
So